This is attorney Sarah Holmes, and I am coming to you this afternoon from our home quarantine here in our COVID-19 bunker, also known as our kids' basement playroom. Some recent legislation has come out for employers about paid sick leave and also an expansion of the FMLA. And I just wanted to give you a couple quick updates today on those laws and how they might affect a small business owner. So first is signed into law just last week was a new law mandating that employers with under 500 employees give employees 10 days paid sick time. Now, the sick time can be used for their own illness, to care for someone else with an illness, or, and this is important because this might apply to a whole lot of people right now, anyone with a child at home that they're caring for due to the school being closed because of the COVID-19 issues. So those people are entitled to up to 80 hours of paid sick time. Now that's, you still have to go by whatever your state says as well in terms of sick time, but this is a new one that's now going to affect a whole lot more employers than it did before. If you find that paying 2 weeks of paid sick time would make things difficult for your business or would in fact potentially put you out of business, there is a waiver with the Department of Labor that you will be able to apply for. This new law does not go in effect until April 2nd, so you have some time still to figure out what you're going to do about this. Okay, now the second one to keep in mind is an expansion of the FMLA laws, the Family Medical Leave Act. So previously, if it were 50 or less employees, this would not apply to an employer. But again, it's been expanded to all employers with under 500 employees. And the expansion of the FMLA now provides, again, like in that last example, not only needing to care for yourself and take time off for your own illness or an illness of someone in your family, but also to care for a child that is home during the quarantine, or for someone that's unable to work and unable to telework from home because of government mandated lockdowns and quarantines. So again, right now, based on the state of the country, this is in fact going to end up applying to most small business owners. And this provides that it's 12 weeks of FMLA, but the first 10 days are unpaid. And then after that, for salaried employees, it's 2/3 of their salary for 10 weeks. Now, there are a whole lot of small business owners that I know are not going to be able to afford this and stay in business. And again, just like the last example with the sick leave, there is a mechanism in place whereby you can file a waiver request with the secretary at the Department of Labor. We don't yet know what that looks like. They have not yet released the guidelines. We are monitoring them closely, but just be aware that, again, by April 2nd, any employer with under 500 employees will have to comply with these brand new laws, and they could have a huge effect on small business and potentially not a great effect, a pretty negative one. Now, the government has stressed that all of these expenses are going to be reimbursable in the form of tax credits, and that's in the form of payroll tax credits. So what you need to do is talk to your accountant, get your accountant on the line right now, and figure out how much they're really talking about would you be able to get back in the form of these tax credits. Because the payroll tax, it really is not a lot of money. So when you have a lot of people on salary or even the hourly people, you're paying them a good bit of money, you really have to do the math here. Now, the IRS says it will reimburse you if you end up paying more than they offer in the credits, but we don't know when exactly you get that money. The IRS has just started to release guidelines around this. So again, it's super important that right now you are talking ideally with your business attorney as to what you're going to do with these employees in the first place, whether it's a layoff situation or you can ride it out through these increased costs for a bit, and your accountant in terms of the tax credits and how they can be applied to you and how much money that would be. All right, if you have any questions, obviously feel free to reach out to our office. We can help you if you're in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and some of these federal issues, we may be able to assist you as well. So we're doing whatever we can right now to help as many small business owners as we can stay in business. So even if you want to just set up a quick consultation, we're trying to tell people right now, now is not the time to plan to die. It's the time to plan to live. So we're going to help people in whatever way we can to keep their businesses open and viable, through the situation over the next weeks and several months. All right. And you will find a link below on the YouTube and our Facebook post and our blog post and how to get in touch with us. Okay, so stay safe, stay healthy, and thanks for watching.